So back in 2025, every Saturday I watched a different cat movie, and I dubbed it Catterdays. I was originally planning to make this into a video, but I quickly abandoned it as I just wasn't having fun with it. While I watched a lot of good movies like Felidae, Bringing Up Baby, Life of Pi, Kitty, along with many others, there was a whole load of crap which I just did not care to talk about whatsoever. Obviously, Cats is awful, but Nine Lives and Felix the Cat the movie are somehow worse. Bad Cat has one of the worst protagonists I've ever seen. Mufasa is an unnecessary prequel in almost every way. A Whisker Away glorifies stalking. Yup, a talking cat. Alright, that one may deserve its own video as it's a trip. But then there's Cats and Dogs, which I found boring. It's a fine spy movie with silly dog antics, but not much really happened, and I did not care about the characters in the slightest. Outside of the epic as shit villain who was a delight to watch, but overall, it wasn't a good film. And I ranked it below the Garfield movie on my Catterday list. But that isn't what I want to talk about today. See, a few weeks ago, I had a movie trade with a friend where they had to watch the cinematic masterpiece that is Tom and Jerry, the Fast and the Furry, and in exchange, I had to watch Cats and Dogs, The Revenge of Kitty Galore. Naturally, I wasn't enthused about it due to its Letterboxd score and my feelings on the first film, but I agreed nonetheless since I needed to show more people the greatness that is Soccer Mom. But to my surprise, I actually enjoyed it? Now, it's not a good film in the slightest. However, I had a lot of fun with it, to the point that I kind of loved it. It was just everything I wanted out of the first film, with the premise of a spy parody with pets, and it offered a lot more for me in that department. When it opened on a Bond-styled intro with Shirley Bassey music playing, that's when I knew this film was gonna be one of a kind. Okay, for a basic plot summary of the franchise, there are two spy organizations, one run by dogs and one run by cats, and they are at war with each other. The sequel follows a police dog named Diggs, who is bad at his job because he bit Uncle Sam in the ass and blew up a used car dealership. He is then fired from his job and then is taken by the dog organization to become a spy, to track down the villain, Kitty Galore, who is epic as shit. She is obviously a parody of Pussy Galore from Goldfinger, and she is very entertaining and easily the best part of the film. She is comically evil, often doing evil laughs and torturing her pet mouse, which just makes her fun to watch. Her plan is to create a satellite that sends high-frequency sound waves to make every dog hostile to humans. That doesn't tell you that she's evil? I don't know what will. Alright, now is the time as ever to mention that the CGI in these films aren't very good. But they are oddly charming in a way. Like, they're ugly, but they still have this undeniable presence to them that I can't help but smile. Also, Kitty wears a bunny suit and that's awesome. Anyways, our main gang has to track down this pigeon that Kitty was after. And I kinda hate him. He is just annoying and adds nothing to the film. All he does is to be the unfunny comic relief, and that's it. He could have been worse, but he's still a useless addition to the film. Either way, he's with the team now, and they meet Catherine. Her whole deal is that she is the token good cat, to show kids that not every cat in this film is evil. We totally aren't an anti-cat film now. Joking aside, I kinda like her. She does have a basic relationship with Diggs, who has to overcome his hatred of cats and becomes friends with her. But it's done fine. It's not really good, but whatever. We also learned the origin of Kitty Galore. She was a secret cat agent until she fell into a pit of pink acid to make her hairless. I love how this film implies that all hairless cats have to fall into pink acid to become hairless. See why I love this film? Also, Catherine's agent number is Agent 47. No, I am not joking, that's actually her number. Anyways, the gang now enters a house with a bunch of stoner cats who are high on catnip. Funny. They also meet a calico voiced by Wallace Shawn, who tries to drown them in kitty litter, and because of his inconceivably poor planning, he trapped himself. Oops! Once they escape, he is interrogated and sends the gang to Alcatraz. Yes. Alcatraz in this universe is a kiddie prison now, and it features a prolonged Silence of the Lambs reference featuring the villain from the first film. Screw you, Zootopia 2 and Bad Guys 2. Cats and Dogs 2 did it first. But yeah, it was funny. Kitty hires 2 assassins to kill the main gang on their way back, and there is nunchuck action. James Furman would have had a heart attack if he was alive to see this movie. But yeah, anyways, Diggs disobeys orders, and whoa, wacky third act breakup! He gets fired from the dog organization, and now he has to purely work with Catherine. Yay! They then travel to the fair where Kitty Galore is hiding and then kidnaps them. She does a monologue, yada yada. Catherine is scared of water but overcomes that fear, and then the wacky hijinks happen. Oh no, Kitty's evil minion is now a robot. The gang accidentally activate the satellite weapon, and the mouse defeats Kitty by turning her into cotton candy. So yeah, that was Cats and Dogs, The Revenge of Kitty Galore. Not a good film by any means, but I had fun with it, with how utterly stupid some aspects of the film are. I also watched the third film, which was bad. It really isn't worth your time. I say this without exaggeration. Norbit is a better use of your time. This was admittedly a very stupid video, but I mainly made this video as sort of a break from the big ranking stuff. But I still hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. I may make other smaller standalone videos in the future talking about movies that I wouldn't be able to talk about otherwise, and stuff like that, so look out for those in the future.